After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 297. Today is Monday, February 26, 2018, as we are recording. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday as you are watching, but here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. I am Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. We're glad you're with us. If you are new, we hope you find something that you enjoy and that will keep you coming back. And if you are returning, we're glad to have you back as always. If you are in the shadows, as I say every week, please feel free to come out of the shadows. If you're on YouTube, press the subscribe button on your left and hit the little bell so you get the...
I was starting to point to my left.
Ring your bell. And then if you'd like to be eligible for the prizes and the giveaways and things that we do with our longs and sometimes just randomly, then please become a member of the Ravelry group. We'd love to have you there as well to get to know you and to be eligible for those prizes. It's a great group. Okay. What is in your mug?
What is in your mug?
Oh, I forgot to change my mug out. I have my St. Paul mug today. Let me turn around so you can see St. Paul. There's a nice little prayer on the back. But I have my chai tea in here, my vanilla chai tea. There's St. Paul, because apparently I need St. Paul a little more today than I need my owl. Okay, so here we go.
And you jumped sooner to tea than I expected. You almost tricked me into going first.
I'm tricksy.
Sneaky hobbitses.
Hobbitses. What does a hobbitses have in its pocketses?
Handses.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to slurp.
Yes, you did.
No.
So, this, in my dysautonomia awareness mug. Oh, and, Jessica, I'm so glad you liked the dysautonomia shirt last week.
Okay.
I am drinking Plum Deluxe tea, and it is Rain Day Puree. I always mispronounce that. I know someone even posted a pronunciation thing for us one time. I still mispronounce it.
We have awesome members.
We do, but not awesome memories.
No.
So, which is why whoever posted, I kind of feel like it might have been someone like
Angie's Hip.
Yes, that's exactly who I was thinking of. Because she's the one who tends to post like videos of the music and things like that. So that just kind of feels up her alley.
Sometimes she will, or Valeria will, or Vonnie will.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like she might have done the pronunciation. Anyway, enjoy.
If she didn't, the person who did can always tell us.
Yes, exactly. Although they might not even remember because your birthday was a while ago.
Yeah.
And it says, enjoy when your day needs a sweet and spicy pep. And it's got puree tea, cinnamon bark, orange peel, ginger root, anise, safflower, sweet cinnamon extract.
Sweet cinnamon extract?
It wasn't all in one line. So
is there an extract that's just extract?
It's an extract of love and gratitude.
No.
Why not?
Because I said no. And I'm the mom.
But why would that make any difference?
Because it
does. Do you blend tea?
Everything.
You everything?
I do everything, and I do it well. Go on.
Has caffeine. Come here. There we go. It keeps wanting to take my tea warmer with me.
Did you taste it?
I did. I tasted it before I ran through it all.
I need to turn it around.
Turn the beat around. Percussion. Look at the messy slurp on my cup. Messy slurp.
Oh, get out of my face.
Messy slurp.
I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
You have a messy slurp on my cup.
Aw.
I do my own messy slurps in my own cups. I don't messy slurp your cups.
Because you don't drink my tea.
Messy slurp on my cup.
I'm not sure what that tastes. I mean, it's good. I just can't figure out what it tastes like.
The cinnamon?
I think I'm tasting the anise.
You might be. I'm not familiar enough with anise to... I think we're tasting cinnamon, though.
It doesn't taste like cinnamon to me. It tastes like something else. I think it's the anise. It's good, though.
It might be the anise. I can't quite taste it. I feel like I get the feel of the ginger underneath of it.
Right, right.
But not necessarily the taste. Now, granted, I'm not sure if my sense of taste is getting a little worse. My sense of smell is definitely a little worse because I couldn't smell anything in the crock pot when it was baking or was cooking. Whereas you guys said like the kitchen smelled when you came down. I couldn't smell any
Did
of
you
it.
smell what I was cooking in the crock pot when you woke up?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
My sense of smell is really very bad.
Oops.
So I don't know what I might taste and what someone else might taste might be wildly different.
Or it might just be muted for you.
Right. That is my theory about why I like spicier food and sweeter things.
Right. Okay. That's our tea. We do have a new member to welcome. I think it's a he. It's a picture of a male, but there's no name. And sometimes I know people put in their...
It's the man with no name?
Yeah. Sometimes people will put in a friend or a spouse or whatever, or child or whatever. But I think it's a man. He just joined.
He reminds me of a man.
What man?
Man with power.
What power?
Power voodoo.
Hoodoo.
You do. You remind
Do
me
what?
of me.
Remind you of a man. What
Yeah.
man? Man with the power. You jumped.
I
You're
did
done.
jump.
Okay, that is definitely a reference, and if you get it, you get 2 points.
Although
5
I
points.
think that's been used in multiple movies.
It probably has, but the one I know is from this one
Yes.
specific.
Because I feel like I saw it in... Oh, you know what other movie... You know what one people are going to name is the one from like the 80s.
Okay, well, don't say anything.
Remember that?
Vaguely. I'll talk to you about it later. Okay. Anyway, our new member is R Carrion, Rcarreon. Okay, I don't know how he's pronounced
Carrion,
that.
like dead animal? Oh, I see. It's spelled differently.
I said Carreon.
I didn't listen to you.
You never do. Anyway, we want to welcome him. We're glad that you joined us.
Thank
He's brand new, so welcome to Ravelry.
Welcome.
He's brand new to crocheting, and I looked at the project that he wants to do, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I'm doing that project. I love owls, and it's this, you can make a child size, an adult size, or a plus size. It's this blanket with an owl hood, and it's like chunky yarn, like you use a 20-millimeter hook or something.
It'd be a nice cuddle blanket.
It's huge. It's absolutely ginormous. I don't know if my hands could handle it, but I'm like, I cued it. So thank you for cueing it. I cued it. So he wants to start with that. I think that's very ambitious. That's awesome. Okay.
But you know, some people start off with sweaters.
Yes, I know.
I don't imagine that you know anyone like that.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay, now, so welcome. We welcome all of you. We're glad to have you here, and we especially welcome our Carry-On. I don't know if I said that right. Okay, before I go
Oh,
further...
that's whose rear end I see. Poirot's.
Okay, then.
I mean, Poirot Mouse up there.
Kay has the cutest little Poirot
I know.
bag.
I want it. I looked for it on Etsy. I couldn't
I
find
want it.
I want it so badly.
I have to see if she has a link in the show notes because I want that bag.
Well, she didn't buy it. Someone gave it to her.
I want it.
I want it so badly.
And I want the bag that she has so I can pull the yarn out from either side.
I know. That'd be perfect for color work.
It'd be perfect for some of my multiple, when I'm doing, I guess it's color work. It's not like your color work, but
It's simple color work.
yeah, it's using 2 yarns at a time. Kay, who is the person and does she have a shop?
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. But that what we're talking about, Poirot Mouse up there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, The Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah. So Kay, if you watch this, please get back to us with the person who gifted that to you. Does she have a shop? Because I want one.
Yeah. That was my first thought when I saw it, was that I wanted it.
Me too. I was like, I want that.
I didn't even think of you.
I didn't think of you either. I said I want it. I thought that, that'd be good for color work, but I want it. So, you know. Okay, so I do have a coupon code. I'm not going to wait for Etsy's stuff to tell you about the coupon code. I want to make sure I don't forget it. For our group and for Crocheting Whovian group, okay? For those of you who are doing the tea and tails along and the family movie night, although it will be all yarns, so it doesn't really matter. There will be a coupon code in my Ravelry group and in Laura's Ravelry group. If you want the coupon code for 15% off from Tuesday, the 27th of February through the end of June, you need to go to those groups. If you have to be a member of the group to get the coupon code,
right.
Okay? So it is for 15% off, and I think that's 4 months. So, yeah, so if you want some yarn to work on the tea and tails or the family movie night or whatever you want to work on, we have coupon codes for you, okay?
Coupon?
And it will be in the groups. Let's see here. Okay. Do you have anything to say before I go into other alongs?
To life?
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Okay. Upcoming. In other groups right now.
Warning, guys, I'm a
Cal-Cals.
little punchy. I worked last night.
And she was late coming home, which is why we're podcasting now.
Yeah.
We're not podcasting in the afternoon.
I'll probably crash toward the end of the podcast.
I hope not.
I hope not. Hopefully goofiness prevails.
Okay. In other groups, we have the Harry Potter Cal-Cal, which is in the Victorian Studio podcast. That's Maureen, our fellow PHNer. And it's going for the whole year, just like last year's. This is year 2, and the rules are in her group. It runs January 1st through December 31st. And you just have to be a member of her group, and it has to be Harry Potter related. And like I said, all the rules are there. And, you know, if you're not a member of her group, you should check her out because she's fantastic, and it's a lot of fun. Okay? The Year of Socks Cal-Cal is the Crocheting Whovian podcast group. That's Laura, another PHNer. And she has all the rules in her group. That's also a year long as far as I can tell, because I don't make socks yet, so I'm not real sure about it. But I'm looking into
that
socks.
one of your goals? Yeah.
It is one of my goals. At least a tube sock on a loom, loom knit. So I will hopefully get something in there. It's a year long.
Because that shouldn't be too much of a challenge for you, the tube sock on the...
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
The only challenge would be closing up the toe.
Right. And I think she does the thing that's a challenge for me is that it's a YouTube video, which means I have to have access to the computer to do it. But in any event, Laura, I will try because she gave me a really nice pair of a sock pattern from Laura Smoot that I really want to do. It's a Minions sock pattern, so I need to work my way up to that. So, anyway, that's Crocheting Whovian podcast, and I think it's a year long. The rules are in her group. You need to check that out. She's a very good podcast as well. And then there's the Shorty Socks Cal-Cal, which is in the Undead Yarn podcast, and that's Heidi and Nitty Girl. She's just Nitty Girl, right? Not Nitty Girl 1. She's Nitty Girl.
She's Nitty Girl.
Because Packing It's 1 and Nitty Girl.
Yeah, it's a Nitty Girl. She's Nitty Girl in Ravelry.
Right, and she's Undead Heidi in Instagram.
Yeah, because that changed. She was Nitty Girl 1 in Instagram, but that changed.
And this is a Shorty Socks Cal-Cal.
Sorry, sax?
Yeah, saxophone. Shorty Socks Cal-Cal, and I don't know how long that one's going. You'd have to check her group to see. Okay, she's another PHNer. She's very sweet, and she, you know, she has prizes and everything. Her podcast is fun to watch. She hasn't been podcasting on a schedule that I can tell right now, but when she does, she's very fun to watch. And I think
she wanted to focus more on her diet.
I think she did because she's starting to take off with her Etsy shop is starting to take off really well. Not started, she has been. She's been doing fiber festivals and things like that. So,
but she wants to focus on the business.
Right. But if you can catch it, she's worth watching. Okay. Now, the Never Gonna Knit You Up Cal-Cal, that's the Bakery Bears. And that, I'm not sure how long that's going either, but what that is for your favorite skein of yarn or those really nice skeins of yarn that you bought it and now all you does is sit on your shelf and you look at it and you pet it and you go, that's not the right project, I can't do this, I don't want to knit it, what if I ruin it? This is for that, okay? Those sock blanks that Andrew Sue Knits makes, and
yeah, I have that black alpaca with red sparkles that I
Yeah.
can't quite figure out what I'm going to make with it.
And like I said multiple times, I've got something that's hand spun from Laura Smoot, who's spinning Laura. She gifted it to me 2 years ago. I finally found a pattern that I want for it, and I'm using it. So that's going to go in this cal because it was just sitting there. I was just looking at it. It was so pretty. You know, I didn't know what to do with it. Now I have something. So that's what that is. And I don't know. Oh, I keep forgetting Heidi, who is Packing Knits in the Packing Knits group. I think it's Packing Knits Design. No. Packing Knits group?
No. It's
I'm sorry, Packing Knits. Heidi, give me a poke and tell me what your group is actually called. Okay. I think it's Packing Knits podcast group. And she's doing a, stop that. I forget what she's doing. She's doing a cal.
It's like acupuncture, Mom.
I've actually drawn a complete blank on what it is she's doing, but she's doing something in there. I think it's slippers.
Well, did you see, now this is an older podcast I think I was watching for Bakery Bears. Kay was knitting these slippers where you start off with it being you start off flat, and then you join in the round and you finish it off, and then you seam the...
Is that the one by Megan Williams?
I don't know. I need to go and look at it again.
Because Megan Williams, she's from Stockinette Zombies. She did something, a really nice pattern for a slipper. And because it was knitted, I didn't pay much attention at that point. But it sounds sort of like that.
It might have been. I remember when Megan was talking about it way back when, but I remember I wasn't paying too much attention either.
Right. So I'll have to check that out because I want to make socks and slippers and things, but I'm a little afraid of it. And because my hands have been so problematic, I have kind of shied away from anything that I have to learn where I have to take it out and put it back in, take it out and put it back in. Now I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of like ready to maybe try things again. So we'll see. Okay, so okay, I think I got everybody except for, Never Cast Off podcast. How can I forget them?
Yeah, how could you?
Dev's Destiny and Blue Yarn Always. Love them. They crack me up. In fact, Debbie is doing a breed study. I think every other podcast is a breed study, and Debbie's doing that by herself for spinners, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't do spinning, so I haven't been watching that. But Debbie's hysterical, and so is Sheila. They're fun to watch. I love them immensely. They just crack me up. And they're having, I think they're doing kind of like a stash reduction kind of thing like they did last year, but by themselves. And I don't know if there are prizes or anything, but it's just something that you're doing for fun. But in any event, they're well worth watching as well. Okay.
It's good to do it this early on with them because, then it's a lot easier to keep track of through the year.
Right, because they have you weigh all your grams and then you add or subtract as if you gain yarn or fiber or whatever, you add. If you make something, you subtract. If whatever, if somebody gives you something, you add. It sounds like a lot of fun. Too much math for my brain. My brain explodes because I'm always sleep deprived. So was it mind blown? And that is definitely a reference. Okay, into our THNT and Tails. This is our first year-long cal, and it started January 1st, and it goes, as we said, to the end of the year. Okay, and this. Okay, let me see here. It runs from, as I said, okay, I'm not going to say it again. They must be knit, loom knit, or crochet, the projects. Previous WIPs will be allowed, okay? It could be in your closet for 10 years. If you pull it out and work on it during this time period, wonderful. Okay, that's fine. They just must reflect the theme, T and or tails. And if you can link the T and the tails, so much the better, okay? Yes. Chatter and pictures will all be in the same thread as is our normal modus operandi. Let's see here. 1 WIP per project per week. So if you have 3 projects and you work on all 3 projects, each one of those WIPs can be put in for that week. And then if you finish one, that can be put in whenever it's finished. Even if you worked on it and you posted a picture, if you finish it that same week, you can post a picture of the finished object.
So our typical rules.
Yes. As always, any Franciscan Gypsy Design FO will get 2 chances at a prize, but you are responsible for your posting.
And we figured out which pattern was that we forgot.
Yes, it's Cyrano the Bookworm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if Cyrano himself may or may not, we can't remember if Cyrano de Vergiac is actually a book.
I'm pretty sure it is.
But even if he's not, it's a bookworm.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So that alone makes Cyrano
Yes, and he's an easy crochet.
He is. He is.
Very minimal color work, and he's just a tube.
Yes.
he's fine. Okay, so any Franciscan Gypsy designs, including the Duke, if you can, bring it in somehow, is eligible for 2 chances at a prize. Any Joanna Johnson pattern that is tea and tails related, she has many of them. Any Mom Cook, Renee, I think it's Mom Cook patterns, she's loom knit, so any of those that are FOs that are tea and tail related, and she has quite a few as well, those are all accepted for 2 chances at a prize for the finished objects. If you use my yarn, Lady Fernico Creations yarn, and either the yarn is tea and tails related, tea and or tails related, the project that you use it for is related, then, or you name the project something related to the tea and tails, then that also is eligible for 2 chances for a prize for the finished object. If my yarn is used with any of those designers and you get a finished object, you have 3 chances at a prize for that finished object, but you are responsible for those multiple postings, and please post the ball band so people can see what you're using, okay? All right, now, and if you're overly confused, I'm sure I confused you all, it's in the thread where the cal-cal's going on at the top of the thread. Okay, let's see here. We do have several prizes that we will bring out probably next week, maybe. Depends if Davina shows up. We might still do it. We'll see. We'll show you the prizes.
Yeah, we
again
generally
next month.
don't do a week with Davina showing up if I worked the night before and I work the night after, because
If it's a sandwich show.
Yeah.
Like today is a sandwich show. That's why Davina's not here, because Talia worked last night and she's working tomorrow night.
yeah.
That's why Davina's not here. She'll probably be here next week. Hopefully. Okay. Now, I do have to show you a couple of prizes that we got for the tea and tails that came in. I mentioned that we had someone offer a prize for the cal-cal, but I didn't want to mention it because it hadn't shown up yet. This is from Margaret, who is Fiber Hermit. And this is a skein, a beautiful skein. Look at the color of this. Isn't that gorgeous?
It is.
This is 75%, 25%, so superwash merino and nylon. Super sock. This is the Ravenclaw colorway. If you win this during the year along, because it's going to probably go, let me see where I have it. I have it, I have it in the second quarter. So if you win this in the second quarter, you can use this to win another prize.
Yep.
Because this is Ravenclaw. This is a Harry Potter reference, as all you Harry Potter people know. I think even Muggles know that.
Well, we are muggles.
By the Pauper's Closet. I don't know what that is. Someone who knows that reference at Harry Potter can tell us. But it's blues and silvers, and it's absolutely beautiful. These colors are right up my alley.
Those really are right up your alley.
I'm trying to see what the yardage is. I don't see, but I'm sure it's 400 plus. I can't dial out number 1. I don't see the yardage. Do you see the yardage? It's a very, very generous donation. Thank you very much, Margaret. We appreciate it.
440 yards.
Oh, okay. Where is that?
Right there.
Oh, okay. So it's 440 yards. A nice, generous skein. Socks, maybe a shawlette. We do a lot with this. And then she sent us some tea, but we'll show you that later because I think that's for us. Okay, the other one was a surprise. We didn't expect it. And this is from Brittany. And this one is going to go with the big grand prize at the end of the year. See, what we're doing is we're pulling 4 times a year. Okay, 4 times this year. So we have quarterly drawings. And the first quarter will be those posts. The second quarter will be from the end of that first quarter to the end of the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? So we're moving along. The end of the year one is everybody. Okay? So it's going to be a big prize. That's the big yarn that we showed you last week. And then Brittany also sent us some tea and some note cards. I love this. Isn't that adorable?
Is very adorable.
I love it. So it's a set of her note cards.
I wonder how she does a different color.
I need to ask her about that. There must be some kind of like spray or paint or something that you do different colors, or maybe it's different stamps. It might be
Maybe.
different stamps
It might
where she
be
does the
different,
cups and then she does the whatever. But it's really beautifully done. I need to have Brittany come over here so we can stamp.
Stamp your feet.
Stamp our feet. We'll do the bunny stomp. Okay, so that's that. Thank you very much, Brittany, and thank you, Margaret. We appreciate your generosity. And this will go with the yarn because that's going to be a huge prize. I think there's only going to be maybe one prize at the end of the year. We'll see. Maybe two, depends. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to put Margaret down here. Fiber Hermit. I think she has a hyphen in hers. Brittany. Okay, now. Alright, so that's basically that. The Ready, Set, Go Cal. Okay, that's January through March. Okay, so we're about a third. We're almost halfway through it. You know what?
What?
We're 2/3 of the way through it. The day after tomorrow is the end of February.
How about that?
So we have one more month of the Ready, Set, Go Cal. What comes after the Ready, Set, Go Cal? Cardiac?
Yes. I think so.
Oh my gosh.
Because after cardiac
Well, April is autism
and
awareness.
autism, so...
And then we have the toys.
Well, then wait. If Race goes in March, then no, next on autism.
Autism. Okay. So autism is our next one. So think about that. And yes, somebody has asked me. I've had a couple of requests for Fun in the Woman Cave colorway. That will be coming back.
I'm stealing your wolf.
What?
I'm stealing your wolf. I'm chilly and didn't plan ahead.
What are you talking about? What wolf?
Your wolf.
Oh, my sweater.
I'm
My
cold.
jacket. Okay. Don't get stuff all over it.
I gave it to you.
No, don't get you know what all over it. You said you had messy
It was on my
knives.
shoes.
Okay. Anyway,
Do you want me to wash it when I'm done?
no. During the Autism Awareness Cal, I will be doing some skeins of Fun in the Woman Cave. If you want bases other than fingering weight, let me know. The sooner the better, because I have to clear out all my dye stocks because of all the different colors in that. So if you want, a worsted weight or a long sport or a regular sport as opposed to a fingering weight, let me know so I can pull those skeins out and make some Fun in the Woman Cave for that. Okay. And that will be for autism awareness. All right. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
Because of wolves.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the Ready, Set, Go Cal is the one that's currently going on. And this is the first time we've done the Ready, Set, Go Cal. We allowed you to rip out through the month of January. That's no longer allowed because it's no longer January. No whips. This is the only Cal we have that did not allow previous whips. Okay? In other words, it was started before January 2018. It could not be eligible. Okay? Your whips that are started January 1st or later are eligible. One whip per project per week. Okay. Did you want to say something?
How are you guys enjoying this cow?
Yes, let us know how you like that.
Because this is our first year with this particular cow.
Looking at how the explosion, I have 950 messages to catch up with.
Okay, so
I think they like it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's really any project that you want to make that's knitted, loom knitted, or crocheted is eligible. I mean, as long as you started January 1st. And so once you start it, the whips, just like normal, one whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's finished. We have a co-host for this, before I forget. We have Packing Knits. And that's from the Packing Knits podcast. Oh, I have it right here, Packing Knits podcast. And we're really excited to have her with us. She's so much fun. And her podcast is fun to watch. I think she does every 2 weeks. She cracks me up because, especially when she talks about her animals and things, just, her chickens and her peacocks. And then she talked about her pineapples one time, or avocados or something. I don't know. She lives in Florida, and so she has all this kind of tropical stuff going on. And so she's really a lot of fun to watch, and I enjoy her immensely. She cracks me up. But in any event, she's our co-host. And, let's see here. I get sidetracked because I'm just all over the board, apparently.
We love you anyway. We love you anyway.
Yay. Chatter and pictures are all in the same thread, okay, as always. And let's see. If you use, this is one also that we've done something different here, is if you're using something that has less than 50 yards of yarn, you know, like a little teeny tiny hexapuff or something, could you please post 2 of those in the same picture, okay? You know, if you have two hexapuffs or 2 itty bitty tiny amigurumi, you know, those little itty, I think, who was it that had the itty bitty amigurumi? Was that Rebecca Danger?
I don't know.
Somebody had those little itty bitties. Could you post 2 of those kind of things, okay? Not talking about preemie hats and things like that. Those take more than 50 yards, I think. If you think it doesn't, you use your judgment, put 2 in. That way, it just is a little more effort for it, okay? And we'll let you use your judgment on that. We're not going to police you guys. As always, Taya's patterns will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO. My yarn, 2 chances at a prize for the FO. I did forget in the Ready, Set, Go calcs, I haven't put it in my notes yet, Laura Concert's Hufflepuff pattern. Okay, that is a Harry Potter reference. I did ask her. That will also be 2 chances at a prize. If you finish that, and if it's in my yarn, it'll be 3 chances at a prize for the Tea and Tails.
Yeah.
For the Ready, Set, Go, it's just my yarn and Taya's patterns, and if it's together, then you get 3 chances. It's kind of our way to thank you for using our patterns and stuff like that. So, and our yarns. Okay. I forgot to put the hashtags in, but you kind of know what they are. For the Ready, Set, Go, it's PHN Ready, Set, Go 2018 on Ravelry, and hashtag PHN Ready, Set, Go 2018 for Instagram. For the Tea and Tails, it's PHN Tea and Tails 2018 on Ravelry, and hashtag PHN Tea and Tails 2018 on Instagram.
Just make sure that when you're doing Tea and Tails, there's going to be 2 A's in a row. Right.
Because when I first started tagging things, I didn't put the second A in, and I couldn't find any other projects. So, PHN TEAAND TALES.
Yeah.
Okay. 2018. And we have lots of wonderful prizes for this too. Want to thank all our donators, both for the Tea and Tails and for the Ready, Set, Go, because like we said multiple times, we can't do it without you either participating or donating. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. You guys are just amazing. Okay. All right. So do you have anything to say before we go into our projects?
Nope, I'm good.
You're also first because you have 9 projects.
I am first. I almost didn't even work on one of them.
See my wool sweater that Talia got me?
I got you that ages ago.
Yep.
I have a
Cat.
kitty cat one in the other room. It's just
brown.
It's gray.
Oh, it's gray?
It might have a little bit of brown in it, but it's mostly gray.
Yeah. Like mine's mostly blue with a little brown.
Yeah. I got it years ago. I think I was still in high school.
You got it for me for Christmas because one of my characters has a wolf.
Yeah. It was either high school or early college, but I kind of feel like it was high school. I was just starting to experience the freedom of online buying.
You couldn't have done it in high school because you wouldn't have had a credit card.
I guess I didn't.
It had to be your first year of college, maybe.
Okay. But I might have had a bank card.
Did you use your bank card?
I was in high school.
That's kind of stupid.
I was in high school.
Kind of stupid. Would you get your stuff up, please?
You're expecting intelligence from me at an age younger than college?
Someone was channeling, and he just said this most snide remark ever.
Character that I wrote. Alrighty. So, this is the project I almost didn't work on because I really... Come here. Come to me. Oh, Avengers was on an empty room in the hospital before I filled it up. It was Ultron. Age of Ultron. Yeah.
And I'm going to make people mad, but I didn't care for Black Panther. I didn't. My husband and I were very disappointed. I know that there's rave reviews out on it. I like the character. I like him. I really like his sister. And the CIA guy, but the movie itself I thought was slow.
And I didn't see it. I was supposed to go see it with Mom, but I didn't get very much sleep. Laid down for a nap, and when she woke me up when we were going to go, I was just like, can we not?
No, you didn't. I looked at you and said,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't go. And,
Yeah.
and my husband wanted, we had wanted to go, all the hype and everything, and I was kind of disappointed actually, partially with the hype, and partially because it was just slow to begin with, and it didn't seem to have any resolution to me. My husband was really big on that. He's like, he didn't think it had any resolution, and I think that maybe it was just too high of expectations.
And I really can't judge because I didn't see it. I'll probably wait till it comes out.
We watched Ant-Man here on a date night at home, and my husband and I were like, this is like 50 times better.
Ant-Man's also just fun.
It is.
The guy from Ant-Man was in the one not Legally Blonde. Yellow suit dress high school sets movie. Blast. It was what's her face who was in the Cinderella that you like so much. That's where she has her friend and they run into Leonardo da Vinci and
I don't remember it. Honestly, I can't remember it. We'll have to talk about it later. Because we have to get this done. We'll figure it out.
It's not Enchanted. It's
well, no, Enchanted's not in high school.
No, but I mean the other one with the same actress. She was also a one of the Charlie's Angels.
Oh, you're talking about Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore is a Drew Barrymore movie set in high school.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I don't know why I think because they were comparing it to Pride and Prejudice. I guess it wasn't based on Pride and Prejudice. It was based on the other one where Emma.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was supposed to be a modern rendition of Emma, and it was free, so I watched it because the Amazon Prime will do it for free. And I'm not really into girly movies, but I watched it, and I was like, "That's a guy from Ant-Man when he was like a lot younger."
Oh, funny. Well, he did a lot of romantic comedies. They say he's a light comedian, so
okay.
And that digressed more because I was waiting for her to get her stuff, and that just derailed everything.
So this is my Avengers Silvershot USA bag. For some reason, Hawkeye's standing on his head. I'm not quite sure why he's on his head. But I mean, I guess Cap's laying on his back, so I mean...
Well, that could happen, though.
And I guess Hawkeye could be falling on his head and shooting up.
Shooting up, yeah.
I mean, I guess that explains what's wrong with his head. That's what Bucky would say in that one comic.
Yeah. I haven't read that comic yet.
You read as far as...
Oh, right. That was good. Yeah.
Where he's like, it's not like I don't respect him. Actually, it is that I don't respect him.
Somebody told me that my Secret of the Ooze colorway reminded them of the Incredible Hulk. And I said, yeah, that...
I could see that.
But it's not. It's the Secret of the Ooze. It was kind of a nice compliment.
Oh, Nat's going upside down, too. I'm not quite sure why Nat's upside down. Because she doesn't look like she's falling. I mean, her hair's going in the right direction for falling, but I'm not quite sure why she's upside down.
Maybe she's riding Cap's shield or something.
Upside down?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody's got her by the feet. I don't know.
Because she's right side up on this side. Okay, well, anyway. Fabric is interesting. It's fun, but it's just like... And it's definitely the comic versions, because that's her comic outfits.
And Hawkeye's is a comic as well.
Yeah. So, anyway. This has in it Scarlet, which is a Sparkle the Unipony pattern. Yay. Designed by me. I'm using Knitpicks Brava Sport in the colorways red and white. For Mom, it's just going to be a pony, not a unipony. And Mom had a red and white crocheted pony as a child.
Yep.
I really didn't work a ton on it. I haven't felt like making toys, weirdly enough.
You get to it when you get to it.
I don't know if I toyed myself out a little bit.
Well, you want to make sure that you're ready for the toy along, so
yeah,
you can just relax a little. Because the toy along, we had toy along and is it autism awareness that we have the Toys R Us hair, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's usually the same time as autism awareness.
So that's coming up.
Yeah. Is that or at the same time as the cardiac read along?
It's the same time as something.
Yeah.
I forget what it is.
I feel like it was later in the year. It might have been during the cardiac ride along. Yeah, it was. I think it did run concurrent with the cardiac ride-along because I seem to remember making the Red Bunny then.
And that would make sense because then it went right into the toy along, and that would be, a lot of toys.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've had the ears. Now, this isn't going to do like Dan did with the Bakery Bear, where he was like holding it over Kay's shoulder, making a mitt, but they're like that. It kind of looks. My red toys look creepy.
Well, it's not done yet, though.
Yeah, I do
because it doesn't have the hair yet.
I mean, I do like the gray eyes with it. If you have to do a red toy, gray eyes generally work really well.
Yeah, red eyes kind of look demonic or something.
It kind of looks like a demonic pony.
Oh, it does not. It doesn't have its hair yet.
Fire-breathing demonic pony.
It's not either. Mine was so cute. It had little white nostrils and everything. So cute.
I might have to give you white nostrils here.
No.
I don't know. Demonic pony.
It's not demonic. It's cute. Okay, so let me see what I have here. Okay. This is a new project.
Mom, it makes me think of Jessica Jones when she kept telling Daredevil that he had ears.
No, they're horns.
He's like, they're horns. Sure, ears.
Okay, this is a new project. It's a baby hat. It's a preemie baby hat, and it's called Caramel Cream. It's actually kind of dark for caramel cream, but... So this is...
Oh, that's nice.
I think these are both nitpicks. One is cream and one is brown, and I don't have the ball bands. One of them actually might be that one I like so much. I forget what it's called. It has kind of a sheen to it. You know what I'm talking about? See up there?
Yeah.
I've made projects out of this before. I just don't know what it's called. I think it's something from Lion Brand.
It is something from Lion Brand. I made my orange sweater out of it.
Yeah, so this might not be nitpicks. I might be fibbing. It might be that
Fibbing,
instead.
fibbing.
I don't know. It's out of my stash. I lost the ball band. It's acrylic, though, so
that makes it all better.
that makes it all better. And this is, I think that I want to make a hat out of this color for an adult.
It is a nice
Pretty.
combination.
So I started this over the weekend. And this is a Kikiboo bag, medium-sized owl, holiday owl bag.
I wish she was still making bags. I haven't seen any in a while.
Yeah, I don't know if she's even podcasting anymore.
I don't know.
Um,
But I like the quality of her bags. I wish...
yeah.
Because I looked on her Facebook group, and I hadn't seen any activity there lately. And I think her Etsy group is gone.
Yeah.
And I think her website was inactive. So... Because she makes good quality bags.
Yeah. Well, I get most of my stuff from Anne now anyway.
Yeah, I do too, but the Kikiboo bags I have, I do treasure.
Oh,
I
I
use them.
I use them. I think all three of mine are in use. So, of course,
Mine
I'll-
currently have socks, and I'm not making the socks much right now because I don't feel like knitting socks right now. But the reason why the socks were in those bags is because for a while I was obsessively knitting socks, and those were the...
Right. I put baby hats and things in there all the time.
So-
I've got two small ones. I've got the teacup one and the puzzle pieces, and then I've got this medium one. And I have all of them are in use. You know. I'm not so much for the drawstrings anymore.
No, I'm not either.
I don't.
I use them because I have them,
yeah.
but I don't buy
And
drawstrings.
you know, and Lois did an awesome job with it. I just kind of don't use that style anymore.
Yeah.
And most of my drawstrings are either Knitting's My Bag or Plover
Ploverbird.
and they're good. They're excellent bags. They're excellent bags. I just prefer the zipper now.
Which I never thought I'd say.
Yeah, because I was always afraid of get caught with the yarn and all that.
And it doesn't. Speaking of Silvershed USA, in my Silvershed USA tree frogs bag,
not the what do we used to call the tree
turtles.
Turtle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Nemu, and it's the On the Forest Floor pattern by Simone Caritz, and I'm using Miss Babs Yazawetta Skein in the colorways Faded, Chirp, and Marine. And I bought this yarn at Maryland Sheep Wool 2017 for this pattern because I love my other one so much. I'm just not doing the twigs.
Right.
I did a couple rows on this. I was put on call on Saturday night, which basically for us, we're a small hospital. We used to only have 6 we used to only be able to have up to 6 patients in our ICU. We got in a few travel nurses, and we opened up 2 more beds. And we've actually been managing to fill them for the most part. But on Saturday, we only had 2 patients. So I got put on call. I was supposed to work. They said, just keep your phone on and stay home. And I actually got to stay home all night. It was nice to have a day off, unexpectedly. I don't want it to happen too often because it gets expensive. But
That's nice.
it was nice to have the day off. And we filled back up again last night. Beth came in after about a couple hours, so. But I got a couple rows done on this.
I need to pull mine back out. It's just sitting there.
You need a frog it?
Yeah, frog it. I'm not frogging my...
So I did this really pretty grayish blue color. I added that there, so that's like 2 rows there, and I did like a row of the bright blue.
Okay,
So.
yeah, okay. That's... Yeah, very pretty.
Oh, I also did an increased row in the light blue. So.
That's very pretty.
Yeah, it's a nice pattern. I haven't been working on my shawls lately. I've been very much into what's quick.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure why that's been so much my focus, but it has been.
Well, you go through phases.
I've needed just like quick.
I want to finish things.
Gratification.
I want to finish things, and then people say, "Oh, look at this. Do you want to make this?" I have to practice.
The thing is, finishing things hasn't really been on my radar.
I've wanted to finish things so I can start other things. Okay, in my Turbo Knitter Mickey and Minnie Mouse on a yellow field, it's this large bag, and I hope Kenneth is feeling better.
Yeah.
Is my Ocean Drift hat, and this is basically it's just a standard hat pattern, and I'm using 2 skeins of James C. Brett Chunky, Marble Chunky, one in the Oceana and one in the denim colorway. I think those are the 2 colorways. The denim is the blue. I think the green is Oceana. And I made a little progress on this. It's going to go with my cowl that I made. So I did, because I like, my ears are really sensitive to cold, and if I did this single or even with a worsted weight, it tends to be not
Warm enough.
warm enough.
I like
So-
the way that green is showing up.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. I thought the green was going to overwhelm the blue, but it's not.
Hang on, it shows up really well there.
You see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I made some progress. I still have a little ways to go on it, but I'm enjoying it. It's a fun, kind of mindless type of thing. I'm all for mindless right now. So yeah, that's this. It's fun. I usually have projects on the looms at all times because I can do that with my hands. Don't want to cooperate with other things. I can usually do this. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I guess it is my turn. Yeah, some of these projects got more work done on it than expected because when I was put on call, I didn't want to work on anything complicated because I could get called in at any point of the night. So I worked on all my simple, mindless projects, which meant a lot of my simple, mindless projects got the love they haven't been getting. So just a little chilly mitered square Afghan. About to finish another row. So I finished this red square,
Very nice.
which was barely started. Yeah, this one was barely started. I think I started it last podcast. Then I added this square here. I don't even know where I got the yarn for this one.
That looks like Heidi's.
It might be.
I think that's the Shire colorway.
It might be.
That looks like what came from my shawl.
And then this one someone gave me. It's a bulky single ply. So someone gave me their scraps. Because I don't really use single ply. So, yeah, this has gotten some love because after a certain point it was all I worked on. So I have, after I finish this square, I add one more, and then I start my 4th row.
Cool.
So,
Nice. Okay.
nice.
I haven't worked this one in a while. This is in my Knitting's My Bag, Autism Awareness bag, her sweater size.
I forgot to show my bag. Hold
Okay.
on. Mine is in my Silver Shed USA Batman bag.
This is Silver Shed's large bag.
That's not Silver Shed's.
I'm not Silver Shed. I said first Knitting My Bag, and then you said Silver Shed, so I said Silver Shed because apparently I can't think. So this is my Knitting's My Bag, Autism Awareness sweater size bag, and she's not making bags anymore. At least she wasn't last time I looked.
Yeah, that might have changed, but
It might have changed, but I don't think so. And this is my Sea Spray shawl from the Tidal Wave pattern by Tamara Kelly. And I like this. And I'm just going to work this until I run out of the Gourmet Stash yarn that I have.
I might have to change out bags pretty soon. This is getting a little tight.
Right. This is what I have left of this skein, and I have a whole second skein. So this is going to be fairly... I don't think I'm going to use the other blue. I just really want to use all of this blue. I just love this.
That is quite nice.
It's a beautiful color. It's one of my favorite colors, and I think I'm just going to use all of it because it'll go well with casual and dressing up if I just leave it the one color. And I don't know how much more yards, how many more rows I'm going to get with this little ball because it's about maybe a quarter of this, maybe a quarter of it. So, and I love this. And this is one of those too that you only have to pay attention where the increases are. And after that, it's just mindless. The problem is I have to do it where there's light because the yarn is so dark that I can't see the stitches otherwise. And this is nice and soft. It'll be really nice to wear when it's finished.
Okay, so I guess it's me again. This one got some work. It is in my Silver Shed USA books bag that I got for my birthday. And this is the Quicksilver hat, which is the Tressia pattern by Michelle Wang. Now this one I find I can only work a couple rows at a time. I'm not sure if the yarn's a little thin and the needles are a bit small, or if
Does it hurt your hand?
it gives me a little bit of soreness
Right.
across my arm here. It goes away quickly, but if I'm working it, I'll feel sore.
Yeah. It shouldn't be thin. The yarn isn't thin.
But the needles are small with it.
Maybe, yeah. Because this is the sport. Is this fingering or sport?
This is sport.
Yeah.
It's US 3 needles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thinking it has to do with the needles and the cabling. Because I don't have a problem when I'm just knitting the needle size. Like if I'm just doing straight knitting with the size of needles, it's fine. But I think it must have something to do with the cabling with the size of needles. Because I don't usually cable with small needles. Usually when I've cabled, it's been like sweaters or mitts or something like that.
Well, don't let that project, injure you. Davina can get it when she gets it.
Oh, I'm taking my time with it.
Yeah.
Now, I did mess up
Nobody's going to notice.
on one of the repeats. Let's see. Oh, I'm not going back and fix it.
It's a design element.
It's totally a mess up.
You call it a design element.
It was...
You can't even find it.
It's all wavy. It was there. Hold on. Ah, there it is. Yeah, that's where it is. Probably Dad.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's exactly who it is. Here, Ty, you're gonna have to. I have to take this.
Oh, okay, hold on.
That was Mr. PHN. I had to answer. He said on the third ring he realized we were probably podcasting. So he usually calls me about this time in the morning. We're usually not podcasting at this time. So
Because they're cute.
what?
Because you're cute.
Cute. Okay. Go ahead.
So yeah, totally messed up. Totally not fixing it.
It's a design element. Nobody's gonna see it.
It's totally messed up. But it's also cabling and stuff that no one's gonna notice it. I'll know it's there, and Mrs. Helm will see it. Like, it'll blare at her. She'll be like, "You messed up."
She is a really good knitter. She's,
Yeah.
you know, she's just fantastic.
We kind of sort of grew up with her kid. My sister and I kind of sort of grew up with their kids. So, I think that she was delighted when we got seriously into crafting because,
Well, she was trying to get me to knit for a long time.
yeah, and this is like a dream come true. One of her close friends decides to become a serious knitter.
Yeah.
So, yes. So it's, Vivian won't know or care.
No, no.
It's a Quicksilver hat.
All
That's
she cares is a Quicksilver hat. Yeah.
So, it'll be done as it's done. I will get like 20 other million hats done in the meantime.
20 million, huh?
20 million.
Okay.
But this one's going to take its time.
Okay. My next one is
Allergy, sorry.
in my. I didn't work on this until yesterday. In my Kikiboo. This is my second. One of my
Sorry,
Kikiboo
guys.
bags. Puzzle pieces that she gave me. These are small. I think it's her sock bag, which I love. And this is the Because He Asked Me project from the Tie Me Up pattern by Bernat Designs. Okay, and this is the tie I'm working on for my husband.
I know you must be getting close.
I am getting close. I just didn't have time to work on this week, and so I worked on it while I was watching Bakery Bears Pop. I was working on this, I think. So it's growing. This is the Shire colorway, I believe. Oh no, wait a minute. This is
I think you're right. I believe that is a Shire.
what's the pieces keep it? Yes, Malintosh DK in the Shire colorway. So, and I'm using 3.25 millimeter needles. That's US 3s. And this has some design elements in it too, and I don't care. Because
Sorry, guys.
it's taking me so long that I'm not going to fix it. And where it's at, they're not going to see it because it's underneath the front of it. It'll be like this, so they're not going to see it. And if he wants another one, I'll make another one. I think the important thing right now is to finish it because he doesn't ask me for many things. And I've been working on this for over a year, heck, almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I just want to show him that I can finish it. And if he wants another one, I'll put another one on the needles.
I'm so excited you finally wore my socks.
Yeah, I washed them, so now I can wear them on. He wears them on Sunday, and I wash them.
He wasn't sure what would happen if he, how it would be washed, which was apparently why he wasn't wearing them.
Yeah, I told him wear them. It's really simple to wash. I'll wash it.
Yeah, I think he thought it would be I think he was picturing like this long, intensive washing process and
Yeah.
didn't realize how simple it is.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I thought the same thing before I was a knitter, so.
I have to wash my socks. I have a couple pairs of socks I have to wash.
I still have some hanging.
Yeah, I know. You need to get rid of those so I can use them.
Yeah, get rid of them, huh?
Yes, I need to use them.
You want me to get rid of my hard hand knit?
I want you to free up my my drying rack.
Yeah, it's filled with my knitted socks and my compression stockings. Okay, so in my... Which bag is it in? This one. I really want to have this one sooner rather than later. I wish I liked the color better.
What are you talking about?
In my Fun in the Woman Cave Sew and Shed USA bag is Thorn's Reading Hood.
Yeah.
It's a Thorn's Hooded Cow pattern by Summer Star. And it's Miss Babs Yowza in the Maryland Sheep and Wool 2017 colorway in her Harbor View 2. And I'll probably wear this one mostly at home. I think once I finish this, I have a bunch of that yarn, a bunch of Miss Babs just in my room. And I'm going to start like another Hooded Cow type thing. Because
Not the same one here?
I don't know if it'll be the same one or not. It all depends on the weight of the yarn.
What weight is that?
This is
DK?
I can't remember what the pattern calls for,
Right.
but this is Yowza.
Right.
But the ones that I got in my room for my birthday,
Well, those are sport, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's why it all depends on the pattern.
Right.
Because I'm kind of finding, now this has been especially since I started getting really symptomatic about a year ago with dysautonomia. I find I really don't like things tight around my neck. It makes me feel a little claustrophobic, makes me feel a little bit more symptomatic. So this is a loose cowl around the neck with a hood, and I've come to find I've always been one to get cold anyway, but I find I'll go like hot, cold, hot, cold.
That's why I want to try this as well.
So it's a loose cowl neck with a hood, which is perfect. And it can also stretch down to be over your
Cap it.
shoulders if you need it to. So it's a really nice design. And it's a really simple design. Even the Zuzu sometimes feel a little tight around my neck. And it's not that tight around my neck. So I'm trying to readjust some things that I'm making accordingly. I'm probably going to pull out, I have a cable poncho I put on the needles before I really thought about, but it has a really high collar.
Right.
I'm probably just going to yank it out.
Why don't you adjust the collar? Do you think you can adjust the collar? Make it a...
I could find a different pattern if I really want it. I'm more likely to start something more like this and just free up those needles and find some other use for that yarn.
I have a couple cued, I think, or favorited that you might like. Because, you know, I haven't liked them up
Yeah.
against my neck for ages because of the other
Yeah, and
things
I was
had.
thinking of warmth initially,
Yeah.
but
it's still warm.
you know, what I find keeps me more warm is I find I also wear more of my hats, and I wear a lot of hoodies. Looks like a gangsta. In my head, I look cool like Luke Cage or something.
In your head, anyway.
In my head, I'm not okay. We're near like Luke Cage. So
You don't even look like Jessica Jones.
no, but the hair color's about the right. She's got, although hers is more black. So there you go. It's working out nicely. I'm getting close to the
very
point
close.
where I would, because I'm at this section here, because it goes, here's the center section, and then you repeat the pattern backwards. So I'm at this section here, then I'll have this one, this one, this, so I'm very close. And then I can go ahead and start the hood. And I will enjoy having this simply because I think it'll not be too tight around my neck while still providing me the comfort. Because all night long I wear a hoodie over my head. So I look forward to having this and then making it or something similar to it in multiple colors.
Okay. In my, excuse me, in my Ploverbird sheepy bag, this is from Medium, and she's not making bags either anymore, I don't think, which is sad,
Yeah.
is my Happiness is a Rainbow project, and I thank the people who, I think it was Lorraine who had mentioned that she really liked the colors of this. So thank you very much. And
Are you solidly in orange?
Yes. I think you can see the orange now. I apologize for the clanking. So you can see
Yeah,
the
you
orange
can definitely
now.
see the orange now.
I've got pink, purple, and orange.
It's
as
kind
mauve.
of, the colors are kind of getting blown out, so the orange is hiding.
Yeah. But if you were here, you could see it. And this is my own pattern. It's very, very simple. I might put it out for test knitting after it's done, because I have two of these on the needles. So one in I have a blue one with yarn that Laura Concert gave me a while back, but I've been wanting to work on this one because it's got bright colors. So, and I'm like, oh, good. When's the next color coming up? And I'm. You can see here, I'm really close to doing the bright orange.
That'll be the fun one, because the darker orange is fun, but the other one's more fun.
And I'm just going to do this until I hit the end of the skein.
Yeah.
And I'll have to keep in mind Sue's admonition that was it 3 times the. I think she said it was 3 times. I have to go back and look. 3 times the length of what you have, the width or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember,
can't
but
remember.
she did give you a tip.
Yes, she did. I have to go back and see if I can find it, because that's good to know, because this is not a written pattern. I need to know how much yarn I have to have to bind off. But this is fun. I'm enjoying this. It's a garter stitch pattern, so it'll be easy for people who are beginner knitters. And if you have a fun yarn, it'll be fun for people who are a little bit more advanced. People who like garter stitch. Okay.
It's my turn again.
It is.
This time I actually remembered to bring it with me. In my Silvershed USA Rebel Scum bag is Diana's Watermelon. It's a Diana's Hat pattern by Joanna Johnson. And I'm using Night Owl Fibers yarn in the colorway Watermelon Explosion. And it's for Davina. I am in the straightaway point before I start thinking of decreases.
Right.
And once this is done, I get to start my one in Mom's yarn for me.
Yay.
Because I do wear my Diana's hats, and I only have 2 of them.
Just 2. Very
It
pretty.
takes 2, baby.
And you didn't even see that show, Donnie and Marie show.
Oh, that came from a show?
Yeah. Well,
I thought it was a song already.
it might have been. But I remember Donnie and Marie, I'm dating myself, back in the 70s they had a variety show. I think it was the 70s. And that was the song they used to sing at the beginning.
Well, I feel like that was actually like a
no.
Motown song.
Actually, it might be. They sang a little bit rock and roll, a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, but they used to sing that too, I believe.
Because I want to say it was like...
It might be
it was Marvin Gaye, but it was a Motown song. I was 2, baby.
I don't know. I
Me and you.
yeah.
It takes 2.
Yeah, I think it was Donnie and Marie. Sonny and Cher might have even done it. I don't remember. And now I'm not sure. Somebody will tell me.
I'm pretty sure,
I'm sure
it was
I'm sure we're gonna get a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Motown song.
It might have been, but I don't remember.
Because that's how I know it, if that's the case. Because I've never heard Donnie Marie.
Yeah.
But I did listen to a lot of Motown growing up. Because you and Dad both like Motown. So, this is... Victorian Studio made this one, right? No. Someone
Made
gave
what?
this to me. This bunny.
I think that's Laura.
Was it Laura?
I think that's Laura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the last batch she gave us.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's from Laura.
So,
I think that's from Laura. If I'm not...
Laura's look different.
No, she sent a couple of different... Remember she sent all those different...
Yeah, I'm not sure...
I think that's Laura Concert.
I'm not sure who made this one. I kind of don't feel like it's Laura, but I might
I think
be
it
wrong.
is. I think it is. Let us know. Victorian Studio or Laura Concert
Or someone else.
or whoever it is who gave it to Taya. Please let us know because I think it's Laura Concert.
Because it's a special bunny set.
Very nice. It was
And-
given special.
Yeah. And then progress has been made, like I said. And I'm in the stockinette section. And this is very much Davina's colors. I wouldn't wear these colors. They are not my colors.
No, I wouldn't wear those either, but they're very pretty.
It's because Davina's colors are so different from mine, I get to knit with colors I would never in a million years wear. And they end up for her. So I get to play.
Okay, my next one is in my Knitting's My Bag pink teacup. This is not Knitting's My Bag. This is Clover Bird. I don't know why I have Knitting's My Bag. Teacup and tea kettle bag. Fuzzy red yarn. And this is my Sherwood shawl, which is from the TGV High Speed Knitting Pattern by Susan Ashcroft. I only did a little bit on this.
Why do you have fuzzy red yarn in there? You don't even have a fuzzy red project in there.
I don't know. I might have been wearing my shawl. This is the yarn I was telling you about that Laura Smoot gave to me, Spinning Laura.
Oops.
And I made a little bit of progress on this. I have switched over to my Chow Goo. These are size 10.5. And this is a 60-inch cord. Because I'm going to go until I can't go anymore. And this is a large skein. It's like 500 and some odd yards, 570 yards or something like that. So this is really pretty. I want to finish this by May, which means I need to get on the stick here.
Yeah, you get crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah. But look at the colors on this. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm not sure if she dyed this or not. I don't care. The fact is she gave it to me. I know
Right.
she spun it. But it is absolutely beautiful. I just love it.
Beautimus.
Yes. So, I need to work on that tonight. 'Cause I can only do a couple of, when it starts getting longer, I can only do a couple of rows at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to use them. I'll be right back.
Oh, you are abandoning me. She's
5 seconds.
bailing on me.
Yep, do your next project. I'll be right back.
She is bailing. I'm only doing one.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna count on you. Okay, so in my feels really weird doing this by myself. I haven't done this by myself in years. Feels awkward. Anyway, in my Plover Bird TARDIS Bigger on the Inside bag is the White Queen, and that is the Shorty's pattern by Anne Kingstone. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Naked and Frog Tree Petaboo Sport in the colorway 1401, which when I looked it up online, it was a charcoal tonal. And this one didn't get a whole lot of work done on it. She has returned.
Did I not say I would?
I did not, in fact, believe you.
I always tell the truth.
But even if you were lying, you would say that you were telling the truth.
Show your project.
We have little sheep bottoms.
Cappy, sheep bottoms.
Only a little bit of sheep bottoms. See, just the beginnings of sheep bottoms.
I think I will always think of sheep bottoms and Cappy because when she showed her cup.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not very far along. But I like it a lot better with the charcoal gray than I did when it was the variegated. It just works better.
Yeah, any variegated yarn would have been too busy.
Yeah, because this is a fairly busy pattern. So I'm glad I made the change.
It's going to be a very classic
Yes.
kind of hat.
Well, the original one was red in the background. And I didn't really think of going gray initially. Actually, I thought when I thought there was fewer sheep, I considered doing, I thought there was only 3 sheep initially. I was like, well, I can do 2 white sheep and then do a black sheep in the center. That'd be fun. But there was more sheep, and I was like, I'm not going to do that.
We had to, and you could have done 1 black sheep anyway, but it would be like black sheep in the flock. But
yeah, but there's 6.
yeah,
And it's one of those things that you have to have an uneven number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that would have actually been more work than it was worth. So, and I love ribbing.
Yeah, I like ribbing. Okay, in my let's see, in my Mama C Owl bag is that Christina made for me. I love this bag.
Ooh. Oh, no, that's it. Where it's supposed to be.
This is my Hedwig project. It's from the Owl Basket crochet pattern by Deja Joy. Deja Joy. And
Not Deja Vu, Deja Joy.
Deja Joy. Let me take this hook out. I'm using an eye hook for this. I think it's an eye hook. H hook. I'm using an H hook.
We actually have a fair amount of crochet this time around.
Yeah.
I mean, not
I have 3.
anywhere near what we used to have,
Yeah.
but
So I made some progress on this. I've done a little bit of the decreases. I think I'm heading back into, I think I have 1 more row of decreases, and then I go back into the just going round and round and round, and then I think I have to make the eyes. So I'm about halfway. It's a good sized basket. You know, that yarn is not completely full, but I can fit, maybe a couple skeins of yarn in here if I wanted to. So this is fun. I'm using, the pattern was given to me for my birthday by Maureen, who's Victorian Studio. Thank you very much. And the yarn is from Stash. I think Talia gave it to me.
yes, it did.
Knit Picks, Aran heavy worsted weight, 100% Highland wool. So this wool felt. If I felted this, it would probably be really tiny.
Yes, it probably would.
But I don't want to felt it because, first of all, I don't have a top loader. So it won't felt as much. It doesn't have the agitator. So it's better just to leave it like it is. And it stands, so it'll be fine. I'll find something to put in it. And I'm enjoying this. And this is for, I'm doing this for all kinds of different cows. Our cows and Crocheting Hoovians and Victorian Studios.
Wherever she can get it.
Wherever I can put it in there, it's going to do double duty. And what better place to put an owl project than in my owl bag? You say you don't have any more?
No, I do.
Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot to put my hook in there.
So, in my, I'm sorry.
Poop doodles.
In my Knitting Supply bag, Autism Awareness bag, is, I think I actually changed the project name to Pug Hug.
Yeah, you said you were going to change it.
And it's a Pug Love pattern by Michael Snow. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Naked and Obsidian, and Madeline Tosh DK in the colorway Moorland. and I'm going to be adding another color. So,
Right now it's dark, but it's very pretty.
yeah, once the pugs start coming into it, it'll be a lot less dark. I decided,
Oh, the bones are white, yeah.
yeah, that I wanted. Initially, this was supposed to be the color of the pugs, where I have the green. It was supposed to be like a puggy
Tan.
color, like a tan, and the white was going to be against it. I was like, that's awfully.
Very, eh.
Yeah.
Unless you have real white,
Yeah.
then it's going to be difficult with the cream.
So I was like, well, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to get a green collar. I mean, it makes it a little dark. But like I said, once the pugs are in there, it won't be so bad. You can see the paw prints and the bones. Now, I messed up at several points of the color work, and I fixed it afterwards. Hopefully it won't be too tight. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it bunches too much. I mean, there's a little bit of... It's not my best color work ever, I don't think, but I'm hoping it'll be okay.
As long as it fits over your head, it'll be fine.
Yeah. And I had added... Someone had commented that they... I think it was Angela, who was saying that, yeah, it was Angela or someone else. I can't
Angela or
remember.
Andrea?
Angela. Angela's hip.
Is that Angela or Andrea?
It is Angela. I looked it up the other day.
Okay, good.
But whoever was saying was that she was pretty sure that the pug hat, the designer had designed it with the thought process of it being rolled brim. I think she's right. I also don't like the rolled brim.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem as neat, and it doesn't
seem
feel
as warm.
stretchy.
It's not as warm.
Yeah, so I decided to go ahead and do a 2x2 rib. And I mean, I did hit a point where I had to fudge a little bit because it wasn't quite able to do 2x2 the entire way. At the last point before the stitch marker, I had to do a 1x1 for the last 2 stitches. But no one's going to care or notice.
No, they're not going to go, oh, look, two, 1, 1.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's right there.
And that's a Laura concert stitch marker.
Yes, it is. Right there is where I did my fudge work. But it's in black, too. So, I have dog bones and paw prints, and I'm about to enter into Pugland.
Okay.
So,
All right. My next
actually,
project...
I got quite a bit of work done on that.
Looks like it. My next project is my bobbing along baby blanket. I have almost or maybe a third crochet this time around. I'm using an eye hook and Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel in the blueberry colorway. Okay. And this yarn was given to me by Davina for my birthday. And this green just goes on forever, although I think I'm going to head into the next shade pretty soon. So you can see the stitch marker was given to me by Laura Concert.
It's not so fun when it lasts forever.
Yeah. So you can see I should have another color next week if I am able to work on it. And this is from the Cirabelle Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweetheart because I love this pattern. Apparently I went a long time without doing because I wasn't doing a lot of crochet except for toys. But apparently this is why I like to crochet.
Well, I've been tempted to cast on Zuzu's again.
Have you? Sometimes you just need a comfort pattern. And
my comfort pattern is a little bit more complicated.
this one, and for me, is one of my comfort patterns. The other one is the Bubbles Wrap. And I love the Infancia de Recuerdos. I've done 2 of those, but that's a little more detailed. And this is going to be a charity baby blanket. So I was hoping to get this one done for the Ravelinics. I got 2 projects done for the Ravelinics, and one was a new one, so that was good, but not nearly what I was hoping to get done. I just had too many things going on, and I was doing a lot of dyeing. So
Yeah, I'm a pattern repeater. If I like a pattern, I don't mind repeating it.
yeah, I don't either. If I like something, I'll do it as.
And I don't tend to repeat sweaters.
No. Well, those are big patterns.
Yeah.
This is my Silver Shed USA Tortoise vs. Hare 2017 bag. This is the Tortoise Team Tortoise. So, and the tortoises on here, I think, are these Laura's or are they all of ours?
They're all of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I made this one.
Yeah. And I know I've made one in here somewhere, but
Yeah,
I don't know where it went.
yeah. This one's mine. This one's mine.
I don't know if any of mine made it here. I think it depends on how she
Oh, you
cut
know
the-
what? It might actually be Laura's.
Yeah, I think
It
these
is.
are Laura's.
One
yeah.
of this is mine because I gave it to
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
That's the only one that's
Yeah, I
mine.
think what happens is the bunnies. I have bunnies on yours.
Yes.
But so this
Yes,
is-
that's why. This one here is the only one I've made because
And
I gave that.
These
to
are all
her.
Laura's Laura Concert's tortoises on this, and the bunnies are mine and Talia's. But
I think this one's just similar in color to
Yeah.
the one that I have in my room, which is why I got confused.
yeah, so this was from last year's tortoise versus hare.
Mm.
But a lovely Anne Brody. Okay, so that's that. All right. Any other projects?
I have one final.
Okay.
This one got a lot of work done on it.
Oh, that's right. You had 9.
In my Silver Shed USA Nurse's Caps on a Pale Field is Natural Medicine.
Oh yeah.
This is a 2 medicine pattern by Faye Kennington. And I'm using Miss Babs Yow's in the colorways Dragon's Flight, Field Mouse, Squash Blossom, and Fountain Pen. And I already have set aside a pattern, and I have yarn coming in for the pattern that's going to follow this one. I have been loving this pattern. This is my favorite pattern I'm working on right now. This is all I've wanted to work on, and it shows.
My husband loves this pattern.
So, not that he wants it. This isn't.
No. He
his.
just is very impressed by it.
Yeah.
He would never wear that. I would wear it. She would wear it.
Mm-hmm.
But my husband, not so much. He's more subdued.
Yes. Even Davina wouldn't wear it because it's not cool enough.
Not her colors.
Well, even that, she just doesn't do.
I mean, it's actually her colors. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just.
It's a little different from her colors,
Yeah.
but she just doesn't do that.
I mean, she'd like all the yellow and the blue.
Yeah. But it's a winter hat. She doesn't do winter hats.
No, she has to be fashionable.
Yes. So there we go. I think last time I had just finished the blue section. I was starting to peek into this green. So I finished all this here, and I'm starting decreases. I mean, I love this hat so much. I think part of what I love about it is all the different pattern changes throughout it and the ability to change yarns, and it's just a well-written pattern. And I have more
Dan,
of
you need
her
to take a
things
look
queued.
at this.
Yes. This, as much as I enjoyed the hat you're doing, the split back snowflake hat, this is like 10 times more fun.
Is this a heavier yarn?
It is. It's designed for worsted.
And you're using Miss Babs.
Yes. That's actually was part of my problem when I was looking at this designer originally. Is I fell in love with like almost all of her patterns, but all of her patterns are worsted, and most of my stash is Sport DK. And then I realized I had Miss Babs, and
I have
used-
plenty of Miss Babs. You could have asked me.
Yeah. So when I found this combination of colors, I was like, ooh, that really works. And no one else has really done it quite in these colors. So I really look forward to having this hat and wearing this hat. I'm very proud of this hat.
You should be.
It's one of those things I look at, it makes me smile.
Looks like you have X-Wings and TIE Fighters.
And it looks like I have the
Yes, the Stargate.
Stargates, the Tari
Both
home
space,
symbol.
both science fiction, fantasy type things.
Yeah. So very happy with this.
Okay. Anything else?
That should be it.
Do you have any
yes.
FOs?
I do not.
Okay, I have 2. Okay, the first one. Okay, this is my Silver Shed USA. I think this is a 2X TARDIS bag, which I love. And first finished object is my baby hat. That's why I had that new baby hat. I'm not as happy with this one, but it'll be fine for the baby, for the charity, or any baby. It does. It seems a little less stretchy than my other ones, but it'll be okay for a little baby. So that's this one. And then this is the scarf that my husband asked for. I wanted to make sure, he wanted to wear it today. I said, no, I have to have it for the podcast. So it is finished. And he really likes it. I did wash and block it because it was curling. So, and I put it in the dryer with Undelicate because it has 20% wool. I didn't want to put any higher. And it's really soft now. It's softened up a lot, and I love the color. This is the same yarn I used for Skylar, Ty is Bear. And it's my own pattern. I adjusted a pattern by Anastasia Zettel, Anastasia Knits. It's the, what's it called?
Slip stitch
crochet scarf. I had test knitted the original, and he took that one, and he wanted another one. And I didn't want to do slip stitch because it would take me forever, and my hands wouldn't like it. So I adjusted the stitches, but used her stitch count, and that's how it looks. So those are my finished objects. This goes to my husband, and this goes to you.
Thank you.
Okay, for the charity thing. Okay, and did you want this for your square?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. All right, so that's that.
There's enough wool to make it
Oh, yeah.
permissible.
Yeah.
Because I don't generally put straight acrylic in my blanket.
Yeah, it's got wool in it. It's got 20% wool. Okay, so what else? Do you have any royalties?
My royalties have not arrived. Well, I did buy a pattern. It is the chamomile pattern.
Chamomile.
Cool. I think she was actually naming it after a spice or something, because it's not C-H-A, it's C-A. But hey, I think it still counts for tea and tails.
Well, yeah, you just make it that. You just spell it C-H.
But it's a chamomile tam by Marie Wallen, and I kept looking at the minestrone soup I was
that's the hat,
making, and I was like, man, that would make such a pretty color work hat. So,
because that's the prettiest soup ever, the minestrone soup.
I went through and figured out how many different ingredients I had. It's like, okay, I need something with at least 7 colors in it. I found this one. It's a tam versus a normal winter hat, so it means it gives a little bit more flexibility about when I can wear it.
Kind of like the Diana's hat.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's pretty.
that's my next hat I'm going to do. And actually, the funny thing is, the colors are very similar to what she's wearing.
I think there'd be more green or red. That would be the basic. That would be the big color, as opposed to the purple.
So I actually put them where they are because the beans are like purple and blue, and they're just going where the purple is on that. Because I mean, soup is so everything is all kind of mixed together.
Well, you have to look at what color. If you look at a minestrone soup, what is the color that hits you? It's red.
Yeah, it is.
But but that's entirely your decision as you do it up.
Because the main color is the white for the potatoes and the onions.
Right.
And I've got like light green for the celery, darker green for the kale, and the green beans. Got the blue for the black beans. It's like a darkish blue, and then the purplish reddish color for the kidney beans. Then I got the bright red for the tomatoes.
It'd be pretty.
Yeah, it's gonna be really nice. So, and I've picked up a bunch of Matosh for that.
Right.
And then I'll have those scraps for other color work. So it'll work out.
Yeah, I picked up a couple of free patterns, but I don't remember what they were. So, and I got some Bear yarn in and a bottle of dye powder for my dyeing, because I'm planning on doing a lot of dyeing for the shop and stuff. So, I have some more yarn coming in from Wool to Dye for, but that hasn't come in yet. Okay, now, anything for author obsessions, autobiography, whatever you want to call it.
Color work's my obsession right now.
Yeah, no writing or anything.
I think the writing I did was for last week because I had a long work stretch this time.
Right. And I have been thinking about writing, and I'm getting ready to do prompting again for the percolator, so that I've been feeling like writing. I actually started something, but I hit a place where I had to think about it, and then life got busy again, so I haven't gone back to that yet. Do you have anything for Baby Hats or your Etsy shop?
No, I'm kind of, and I do apologize for people who watch my patterns fairly closely. I'm doing it as inspiration comes. The really bad flare I had starting, because I think all my patterns came out before the dysautonomia symptoms really smacked me around last year. I haven't yet been able to regain my inspiration after that. I've tried a couple times with patterns.
Maybe you could try something a little smaller than what you were working on.
Yeah, I mean, but I've tried different sizes. I'm not inspired right now.
Well, then don't force it. It'll come.
So it's just not where my brain is right now.
It'll come. They'll be there when you come.
So, yeah, that's one thing that that this past year has taken from me, some of my inspiration and my energy.
We do have some stash enhancements that I forgot to show. We have some tea from Margaret when she gave us the yarn from Fiber Hermit. David's tea and some Taylor's tea. Ooh, Assam tea. I don't know what that is. I don't want to open this up, but there's David tea, strawberry rhubarb parfait, Bien Hur Buddha's blend. Oh, cool. I don't know what that is. That would be cool.
Did you say Ben-Hur?
No.
That's what I heard.
You have to clean out your ears. There's 2 of David's tea, and there's 2 of these Taylor's. One is Assam and organic
Taylor is
peppermint.
good tea. Taylor's
It
Harrogate.
is. It is. And so we have these. We thank her for that. We got a sweet little note from her, too.
I was
then-
impressed when that hotel they sent me to for that work-related conference had Taylor's of Harrogate in the tea in the room.
Well, that's a high-end hotel.
It was a high-end hotel. I didn't really have to worry about the prices the hospital paid for.
Yeah,
but
it was pretty pricey. It's our room. And then Brittany sent cards for me and Talia, which is good because I'm completely out, and we'll use these probably for your prize packages. So she sent us these.
Yeah.
So thank you, Brittany.
Thank you, thank you.
Appreciate that much. It was fun because there was a lot of surprise things going on between me, Brittany, and Laura Concert. So it was pretty fun. All right, so that's that. And then I guess shop news, because I do have shop news.
Yes, you do.
I have some that I can't show you because it's one of them still drying and is a gift. So, and the person watches the podcast, so I can't show you that. And then the Strata Gold that I showed you earlier is going to be up in the shop. In fact, it is up in the shop, the sport weight, because I made something else for Talia.
Yeah.
And this is called Not Quite a Pug. And it's a kind of an ecru.
Because the other one was just a little too yellow.
I didn't feel like it was the right color. This is not a bear skein. You can't really see the difference. It's got darker and lighter shades of kind of a...
It's really very close to the pug color.
Yeah, it's actually close to my sweater.
Although I think it even has more
color
than your sweater.
So I mixed the colors to get this ecru, and it's called Not Quite a Pug. 274 yards, 100 grams, 75% superwash merino wool, and 25% nylon.
And I couldn't continue the hat until I had this because, thank you, I was just at the point of starting the pugs. So now I have this. Thank you.
So I didn't get a chance to do a lot of dyeing. I kind of lost my inspiration briefly. Now I have a whole bunch of things that I want to do, so I hopefully will be able to do it.
Now that it's really been noticeable that you've lost it because you've been putting out yarn like crazy.
Yeah, it'll be difficult this week because this weekend's my father's birthday and I won't be able to get to the dye pots. His 80th birthday. We're really excited about that, so we're going to help him celebrate. So if I don't do the dyeing during the week, I probably won't get any dyeing done this weekend. But I hope to get some done during the week so I can clear out those jars so I can start working on things like the Foot in the Woman Cave and things like that. And I'm hoping to do some of the original Plum Deluxe not the original, but the revamped original with the purple, orange, and cream. And I have a couple other colorways I want to do as well that are using some of the colors that I have in my dye stock jars right now, so I can clear those out. So hopefully I'll be able to do some of those this week and put them up in the shop. And I want to thank everybody who has said that they're looking forward. They're waiting for either the right time or the paycheck or whatever it is to buy one of my skeins. It makes me happy that you are watching the shop for that, and I'm glad that you like the yarn so much. I want to thank everybody who has supported my shop. Really
well, having worked
that.
with your yarn several times, it works up well.
I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy. Okay, reading-wise, I'm reading Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn, and I have some various religious books that I'm reading, and I need to finish Heir to the Empire so I can get on and move, because I'm waiting for Patrick Carr's book, and that comes out in April, so I have to pick up the pace.
You have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, it might move a little quicker once you aren't having to keep reading the
Yeah,
footnotes.
because I keep reading the footnotes.
Because the Heir to the Empire issue that she has is I think it's the 10th anniversary issue.
Mm-hmm.
So for the 10th anniversary, they re-released it with the author's footnotes about what he was thinking when he was writing this, what he was thinking when he named this character or that character.
Right.
Just little things that, either if you're a nerd, it's going to be really exciting, or even if you're a writer, just because it goes through the writer's thought process.
It's really cool. I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay.
And Timothy Zahn is probably my favorite Star Wars author.
Yeah, he's an excellent Star Wars author.
I've read his books that are not Star Wars as well. And he can be, he was like a
physicist
or something like that.
Very bright individual.
He has a science background. And
that was why I couldn't get into the other book at first.
Right, because he can be sciencey.
Yeah, I like science, but I don't like it to be so much like I can't read Jurassic Park.
There's a series that he wrote that I really enjoyed as well. It's the Quadrail series. That one's really good. It's actually, he does a couple books where he'll write it in first person.
Yeah, that's hard to do. I mean, to keep it in first person.
And he keeps it consistent. Yeah. And I just really enjoyed Icarus Hunt, which is a single one in first person.
I like that one.
First person. That one was very good. And then this Quadrail series. And there's one character that I think you'd really enjoy in that. He's a secondary character. You tend to like the secondary character.
Yeah, I do tend to like the... Although right now I'm worried about Luke because...
Well, he does a good job. Sometimes Luke, you get a little distant from him in the books because he can be a little bit... he gets a savior complex, and he tends to get up on his high Jedi mountain up there, for lack of a better term. Zahn does a very good job of connecting you with the farm boy Luke while he's making his journey to Jediism.
Yeah.
So Zahn's just a good writer. He's a very character-based writer for a sci-fi
and for us, that's very important. We like plot, but you got to have the characters. You really do. If you don't have the characters, we won't read them.
There's been a couple times where he's written, particularly Han.
I love Han.
And you're sitting there like, I can hear Han saying that in my head.
And that's a marriage of Zahn writing and Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
His portrayal of Han. Like Solo's coming out and I watched the trailer, I'm like, oh boy, they better get him right, because Han is my favorite character in that original series, and they better get him right, because I'll be really disappointed if they don't. Okay.
I think it's partially because of Zahn that I became more fond of Lando.
Yes. Well, Lando's kind of a fun character.
He is kind of a fun character, but I really didn't get into Lando until I started reading Zahn's books.
He still comes across as that kind of...
Well, he's a little oily.
Yeah.
I still think of when he tricked Luke into going wife hunting
with him, yeah.
Because Lando had to look for a rich wife.
Because,
and he thought that Luke would make him look good because he was a Jedi. Make him look honest.
I don't know if that's possible.
No.
Respectable, even.
Respectable, yes.
No, not possible. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, I want to remind you about the Autism Awareness coming up in approximately 5 weeks. So start thinking about your brightly colored projects. And
I can't believe how close.
I know, it just kind of blows me away. So keep thinking about that, and we want to wish you all a very happy week full of, well, wait, we're going to be, before I go into that, we are probably podcasting Monday, right?
Yeah, because there's no reason not to.
Okay, so
because I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week.
Right, we are...
Not this, I work Tuesday and Wednesday this week, but then we have Grandpa's birthday, and then I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay, so that's basically what we're hoping to do. So we want to wish you all a very happy week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope to see you here in the Woman Cave for the Fun in the Woman Cave again next week.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 297, and that's a wrap.
Bye.